Let's move on to the Wizards. They have a bunch of talent and they need to sort through what they have. They have 8 lottery picks on this year's roster, with, of course, the most recent #1 overall pick in the NBA draft, AJ DeBanto. And they got a guy back that wasn't a lottery pick, but is an accomplished NBA veteran in Chris Middleton. So that's 9 blue chippers by my count. When you have folks that are injured a lot, like Trae Young, Anthony Davis, and others, the Wizards only had 3 players play 65 games for them or more last year. Part of that is they made a bunch of trades and other roster moves. So having 14 deep that we think can play at least some NBA minutes is great, and it's becoming more and more of a requirement because, again, no incentive to lose a lot. If someone gets injured, you need to plug that spot. So I'm looking at Trae Young and Bub Carrington at point, Keyshawn George and Trey Johnson at the other guard, DeBanza and Coulibaly at the 3, Anthony Davis, maybe Tristan Vucevic backing him up at the 4, and then you've got Sar and Ayton in the middle with Will Riley, Chris Middleton, Justin Champagnie, and Cam Whitmore able to be reserve wings and play more or less minutes depending on what's going on. It's a good roster that has at least 5 ball handlers, so they're covered there, and they never really have to play a conventional lineup without 4 shooters on the floor at any point in time. And they can easily go 5 out if they play Davis or Vucevic at center for stretches. The biggest issue they have is defensively. They're in a weird situation where they have length everywhere, of course, except wherever Trae Young is. But some of their guys, A, can't move like they used to, for example, Davis and Middleton. B, they're young and they haven't filled out their frames and get pushed around a lot. And C, many of those young players don't have the reps under their belt to play solid team defense for 24 seconds without breaking down and giving up open shots. They will get better. This is a fringe play-in team if all the teams in the East stay healthy, and better than that if they get some breaks. And probably they're the best of the worst teams if they don't get the breaks. They will absolutely surprise opposing teams this year that are used to getting wins against them, getting 83 points and getting whatever they want against the Wiz. Their head coach, Brian Keefe, has been voted the least impressive coach in the NBA, not once, but in consecutive years. That's clearly a bit of the bummer if you're the Wiz. With the team tanking both those years he served as coach, we can give him a little bit of grace. With that said, my guess is that the Wizards are going to have a new head coach in a year from now. What's important to note is that when it's time for the young guys on rookie deals to get paid, the old guys getting paid currently will have expiring contracts, so their timeline is fine for now. Despite all this, I am still completely shaking my head at the Trae Young contract, but nonetheless, they're under the luxury tax line in terms of active cap, like an attempting to win now team that's not yet a real contender. Now, if we look at the city and the fans, historically, DC is more of a college basketball city than a pro basketball city. But the Wizards have a super strong social media following, so they've given themselves the opportunity to grow quickly if they offer a better product on the court.